Welcome, fellow Xlanders. I am very excited to have everybody here today for this tremendous event. Today, if you don't know, is the boarding of the Genesis vessel, which is very exciting. So those who may not be familiar with the story of Upland, the edit that out. For those who may not be familiar with the story of Upex World and where we are in those chronicles, today is the day we are launching. I'm going to go ahead and pause here because I think I did something wrong. If you can see me, type something in to let me know.
Here's the thing, especially in World's Edge.
Nope. Let's see what we got here.
The thing, especially in World's Edge.
All right, you do see me. Okay, cool. Well, that's good. Mars Buggy's in the house. First time chat. Reporting for duty, Real Umbrella Boy. All right, now we got some traction. So okay, cool. I always forget. It's a little weird with Twitch because I guess what do people do at the beginning of a Twitch stream when they're waiting for like people to like join? I just like sit there super awkwardly, like, is this working? Love to see all of the people coming in. All right. Also, if somebody can make me like a spaceship background, I just grabbed this off the internet for the boarding. Peeps. Karoon in the house. Welcome. All right. So we're going to kick this off now so that way we can keep this party moving. So welcome to the official onboarding for the Genesis vessel. So glad that you guys could all make it. And I'm very happy to bring you as part of this process. So what we're doing now, so if we're following the chronicles of the Xlanders, which we all are, there is going to be, we're leaving the planet Earth because all the resources have been decimated. Humanity's been wiped out. It's only us Xlanders left. If you don't know Xlanders, definitely check out the chronicles. There's some good Medium articles as well. And what an Xlander is a human AI hybrid inside of a droid body. So that's how they're surviving. And that's what we are. And in UpX World, that's what your 3D avatar is going to be, is an Xlander. So that gives you a little bit of context. So we are now leaving the planet. There's nothing left to do. The planet's really becoming just hostile. Earth isn't great. We stayed around. Most of the people that stayed around were trying to save the planet, or they didn't believe it was actually going to end, or they were just trying to stay and help protect the ones that stayed, or they were scared. And so now we've decided we're going to go try to find another Earth-like planet. For the Genesis vessel, there is 817 seats available. So that's important. 817 seats available in the Genesis vessel. But we are taking off in 1 week. So 1 week from today, which I guess I should probably have that date off the top of my head, August 2nd, the 2nd of August, we will be taking off. So if we fill up before then that will be our Genesis crew. If we don't fill up, either way, on August 2nd, we are taking off. And that will be the crew that is going to be aboard the Genesis vessel for the remainder of this story, which is the entire backlog of UpX World. So the reason that you want to go into Discord and follow the instructions I'm about to give is that you are going to want to reply. We're going to have living quarters. And actually, we're going to have an open discussion about that here in a second. But the way it'll work is I'm going to put a post up after this broadcast in Discord. I'll tag everyone. It'll be very obvious. And that'll stay open. And it's going to be for you to select your living quarters. I have 4 living quarters. Let's see here. Let me see if I can post this in chat. I have 4 living quarters. Oh, did it break it out? That we have a plan, but I'm open to discussion. Again, these are just for fun. Okay, so right now it doesn't actually do anything. And it's just kind of, all it's going to do is give you the Genesis role and the Xlander role. That's really that's the technical purpose for it. But beyond that, it's a little bit of fun. So we have, as we were talking about, hey, what are the living quarters? We had some people have some needs. So we have the Galactic Gamers quarter, which will be, the dark rooms, comfortable seating, snacks, games, etc. Crypto Cats, because we feel like Crypto Bros is derogatory. So we're taking Crypto Cats. So if you are a cool cat in the crypto space, multiple monitors and ergonomic chairs, So again, if you're a crypto person, you're a gamer, okay. Maybe you're an artist, right? So we do have the Arch part of the ship, living quarters. If you're an artist and you want to socialize with artists, there's that. And then the last 2 are kind of the general. So there's the social center. So if you are just here socializing, you'll want to select the social center and the anti-social center. If you're not really here to socialize, you're just here to kind of hang out, do your own thing, and that's how you want your journey to be, then there you go. And again, right now, there's nothing that they're used for. If we do unlock any features in Discord or in the game, we will allow people to change. You're not locked into anything. It's literally just to get people started. Let's see here. Gen Art, use this background. He sent me a background. Let's see here. Can I go over here? K-Ruin. What is that, K-Ruin? Holy cow. How do I share this? Copy image. Save image as. Hold on. This is cool. Did you make this? Like if I put this as my background, did you make this? Because this is, hold on, let's see here. Settings, virtual background, add. Oh no, wait, hold on, not here, over here. So what do you guys think of that? So we got some people in here. So those are the 5 living quarters. Galactic Gamers. We got the Crypto Cats. We got the Art Arch, Social Center, and Anti-Social Center. Is there a large demographic we're missing? Do you think that there should be any other quarters that we put in? Again, for right now, just for fun, but who knows? Maybe we'll make special chat rooms that kind of are aligned to those. Definitely open to it. So hold on, let me get, because I am ADD like a squirrel, so you have to be careful. Ron Burgundy, like he'll read anything you type in there. I'm really bad about that, and I get easily distracted by chat. So I apologize in advance for that. All right. You can use it legally. Totally. Yes. That sounds, you convinced me, man. If somebody goes, yeah, I can use it legally. Yes, totally. All right. I mean, that you didn't technically say, yeah, it's mine. I made it. It's awesome. It's like, yeah, you can use it. They won't find you. Botany would be epic. What would you have in mind, Wedge? Do you think there should be like a druid's lair or a botanist, the botanist wing? greenhouse, the greenhouse gallery for plant lovers. So all we've taken, specimens of various flora, and there's an entire living quarter wing of just like green thumb botanist Xlanders. I mean, that could be pretty cool. Let's see here. Oh, all right. So wedge cloud. Okay, so we need to add a botanist one, a botany one. Okay, we could probably do that. What is this? Where did I download this? Pictures. Poison Ivy S Conservatory. Plants Rocks. Plants Rocks? Oh, Plants Rock. Oh, yeah. That makes way more sense. Save image. Oh, is it? That's why. All right. Still trying to get this freaking item. Why can I not? Save image as. Let's do this here. Save there. I don't know, man. I'm having a hard time. It wants to save it as a web file. It's not looking like, and I don't want to fuss with it while we're on the stream. Botany Bay. Ooh, Moon Unit. You are crushing it, brother. Dude. Botany Bay. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think Botany Bay wins. I think we all know it would go 420. No. No, it's not. It's not like that. It's Botany Bay. It's not Snoop Dogg Alley. So I've done industrial warfare kind of stuff for games like Warhammer and Dungeons and Dragons. Oh yeah. So I don't know if you've seen then. So some of the bounties that we have up is related to construction of buildings and landscapes and stuff like that. That'll definitely be a top priority as far as development and all of that. And I will say, well, the other reason that you want to say get in on the event like this, the Genesis onboarding, everything we're doing with UpX World is going to continue to build on each other. So we are creating the lore. We're living out the lore as we build out the actual game platform. So as the reality, we are the boarding crew of the Genesis vessel. Now, spoiler. So if you don't want a spoiler for what's going to happen next in our journey, like plug your ears now or something, earmuffs. So we end up crashing. The Genesis vessel crashes on an abandoned planet. We were looking for an Earth-like planet with lots of resources and cool stuff. We end up crash landing on a pretty desolate, crappy planet. Worse than Earth was. It's not a good situation. Sorry. Spoiler there. And so that's kind of the reason the Xlanders end up creating the metaphase portal, right? So we will end up crash landing on an abandoned planet. We'll end up as Xlanders. We'll decide to call it UpX World. For the Xlanders, it means something specific, which will be revealed later. For the general public, it's the ultimate player experience, right? So that's really what we're creating from a Web3 perspective is an ultimate player experience, aka UPX. And but for the Xlanders, they are creating. They have their own acronym, which will be revealed later, and what happens is they have a lot of these smart scientists. They end up, building refuge on this planet, gathering their resources. They have some very resourceful, obviously some very smart people from Earth, and they are going to rebuild their society on this new planet UpX world. And that's exactly what we're going to do as a community, is as we build these games and these different assets and stuff like that, we are in fact building UpX world as UpX world, right? So it's a little bit meta, but I think it'll be fun. And then once we get going, so like for instance, one of the things we're going to do is there's going to be a monument in the game for the Genesis vessel crew, and all of the Discord members that were part of that or part of this onboarding process and get the Genesis tag will be forever in the game. There will be a stone on the planet with the names of everybody in Discord. So in 10 years, when your nieces and nephews are absolutely addicted to UpX World, or your kids or your friends, and you're like, oh yeah, did you check out that monument? Yeah, I was on the Genesis crew. I crash landed on this planet. Me and my crew built this place, right? So kind of exciting. I like the idea of incorporating an ongoing lore with what the community is building, specifically because it ties so much into, you'll find that there's going to be a lot of hidden meanings and kind of secondary purposes to what we do here at UpX World. Nothing is necessarily done by chance. Coincidences are going to seem frequent, but chances are they're not coincidences. There's a lot of pre-calculated like building blocks here. So to give everyone a little bit more of the story and understand the journey of where we're going. So as we build out UpX World, in the story of UpX World, the Xlanders are, they've established their basic necessities, right? And that's what that's going to equate to us is having the data site. So basic necessities, here's what we need. Here's what we need to survive the data site. And now we need entertainment, right? So we have our basic needs fulfilled, but now we need entertainment. And that's where the metaphase generator is. And if you haven't been through some of our other AMAs and you're not familiar with the phrase metaphase, let me just give a recap here. A metaphase is UpX World's equivalent of like an instance if you play games, or like a server if you play a game that has like multiple servers. Metaphase is a very similar term to that, but specifically in the case of UpX World, it's going to be a phase that's either a partial or full replication of a layer 1 metaverse. And in this case, it'd be Upland. So a metaphase could be a single property, a single neighborhood, a city, or the entire globe. And each one of those metaphases will have its own gaming mechanics and social features and look and feel. So this is where, when we're talking about building styles and designs, we're going to need a lot of that, because we're going to have infinite versions of Upland, and there could be a Western one, there could be an apocalyptic one. Technically, you could make an underworld one. I don't like water levels in any game, but sure, we could do it. We could flood San Francisco and make it water world and have your Xlander have to swim around and punch sharks. Like, we could do all, like, that's the beauty of what we're doing is, and we're building it in standard Unity development. So we're just using basic gaming assets because we aren't, since we're layer 2 and we're built on layer 1, the metaverse, we actually aren't building on the blockchain. So we don't have any of the complexities of smart contracts. We don't have any of the transaction restrictions. We don't have any of the onboarding overhead for our platform because we are built as a layer 2. So it's actually 1 degree off of the blockchain. So blockchain being layer 0, metaverses, dApps, NFT projects being layer 1. built on the blockchain, and then applications, platforms like UpX World that are then built on top of the layer one. So they themselves don't directly contribute to a blockchain and aren't managed by a blockchain, but they do have components where they're integrated to layer ones that are. NFT architect in the house. What up? So glad you could join. Okay, so we expanded. We got Botany Bay. I'm going to do a write-up on that and put that. So that's what we're going to be looking for. There's going to be a question. I'll tag everybody as soon as I get it set up with the right roles and how I want it to look. And that will be the onboarding process. And so that will be the next 7 days. Make sure if you have friends, if they don't have to be from Upland either. Like, we are going well beyond the scope of Upland, especially if they're artists, developers, and want to contribute, potentially start earning themselves some passive income with the work that they're doing. We are very open to that. If they're gamers, if they're role players, if you're in a Dungeons and Dragons group, which why haven't you invited me if you are? But if you are, that you can invite your Dungeons and Dragon friends, whoever. It's really going to be a fun project that's all about interacting with the community. You can see we updated the schedule. So there's almost an event every day. Thursday, we don't have an event because there will be the UpX podcast with myself and Too Stupid, which is an Upland specific podcast, but we'll ultimately talk a little bit about UpX World there as well. So that is, I think, all I have for everybody today. Is there any questions, comments, thoughts? I would love to know. I'm in 2 campaigns. Oh man, that's so cool. I'm so jealous. It's so hard to get, especially a good group and a good DM, and man. Oh, okay. All right. So actually, all right, Architect, this is just you. Everybody who's on here can thank Architect for this, because I was going to keep this one close to the chest for a while. But because I know there's a fellow D&D nerd, I want you to know that I plan on having a specific RPG in metaphases where whoever owns the metaphase or somebody designated can actually be like a dungeon master. So you could, in theory, run a game of Dungeons and Dragons inside of Upland, like through the streets of San Francisco. And obviously you could then add a medieval layer on it, but then you could have a dungeon master. So like, who can just like, you just have like God mode, and you're like, you can just like spawn creatures on different properties, or, change the weather, spring traps, all kinds of cool stuff. But essentially it would allow like a dungeon master for the metaphase, and then they can kind of control the story and do like a storytelling RPG kind of metaphase, which I think would just be so much fun. Yeah, I know, right? And then you summon your pets, and like all of the pet summonings is just like block explorers, and you're like, boop, and you just like summon your turtle block explorer, and you're like, dang it, I need to upgrade. Who's got the dragon? Who's my boy dragon? I don't remember now. You got to summon Black Dragon? I don't remember his name now. Are you expecting new info content in daily briefings, or just allow everyone a chance to attend? Good question. There's probably going to be a nugget or two of like new content, just because it'll be something new that we've thought about, or I forgot that I haven't told you yet, or Artifact says something and I remember. I'm open if anybody wants like take notes and post like the highlights of like, oh, hey, here's a nugget was dropped. That would be pretty cool. The weekly briefings on Sunday, I plan on doing a recap of the week, and then a kind of a thing forward. So I would say like that is going to be the most important. If it's an AMA, if it's just one of the daily AMAs, that's really just going to be UpX World 101. Very unlikely to be new content. It's almost like office hours or anything like that. Any special streams. So we fully intend to stream development. So if you're developing, if you want to do like any of the artists, if you guys want to do a live creative stream where we walk through creating a model, we kind of talk out a design, even if it's, especially if it's for one of the bounties, right? Like if you're hunting one of these bounties, use me. Like if you're like, man, I want to be able to pick your brain real time. Like, hey, you want to go stream that? Like we can go get the community involved. I'm not saying that would give you an edge in claiming the bounty, but I mean, let's be honest, it definitely would. So I'm happy to do that. And those streams would be specifically marked if it was going to be a dev stream or anything else. And so I'm going to put together a list of the different types of streams we plan on having. But yeah, so the daily AMAs is not going to be something new. I have a badger? ? Wisco Kid. I don't know what a badger is. I don't know what that. Never played D&D, but this is awesome. Yeah, no. Even if you have never played D&D, like if you've ever been in an MMO where like the devs have God mode, which is really funny. What was it? Conan the Barbarian, I think. They had some really funny like server mods as well. So not the devs, but like the actual like game mods. And so if somebody's being a troll, like blocking something, they would like use their hand of God to like flick them across the map. And I just think that would be fun to allow like a group of people to play, to create a metaphase of their neighborhood or their city, and then have 4 or 5 people walking around completing quests, and then one dungeon master trying to stop them, kind of thing, or however it works out. Let's see what we got here. Models I design are typically 3D printing. I should start doing D models for Metaverse. Yeah, so I don't know how different those are. I would imagine they definitely are, because for 3D printing, I think you actually have a lot more restrictions on 3D printing, which probably makes some of the earlier comments you were making around the structure make a lot more sense if that's what you were thinking. Because when you print it, you can't do some crazy stuff. Yeah, no, 3D D models. I mean, yeah, not that kind of game. Yeah, 3D models. Okay, yes. So I think 3D modeling is going to be hugely important. The amount of gaming assets we're going to be using in UpX World is going to be huge. So we are going to be leveraging the community heavily and rewarding. So this is not a charity gala by any means. This is very much a work to earn, play to earn scenario where you can submit your items. And one of the cool things here is, while most of the initial bounties are going to be single payment or single reward, as we ramp up just kind of some of the foundational assets, once we start getting to the in-app purchases, this is where things get really exciting. So if you are making skins for buildings, if you are making art, if you are making Xlander accessories, when you create that, we will create a blueprint NFT for that item, and you will own that forever. Well, you will own that. You can sell it, I guess, if you want it. But if you create an asset for UpX World that we are going to use to feature as an in-app purchase, you will get the blueprint NFT for that item, and then you will get a portion of every in-app purchase that's made forever for that item, forever. So now you own an NFT that has passive income. So you can keep it and keep your passive income from the item that you created, or you could sell it for a chunk of money and go, hey, look at this really cool item. And it earns this amount of money through in-app purchases on UpX World. So we are all about decentralizing revenue streams. You will hear me say that over and over again. I think that the layer one metaverses, NFTs, assets, they're about decentralizing assets, which I think is very important. We couldn't build what we're building without that kind of decentralization of assets and that asset layer that Upland is providing. But what we're going to be doing is decentralizing revenue. And if you talk to anybody in the wealth management space, like that's how you build wealth, is revenue streams. And that's what we're offering artists, developers, any real contributors to the program of UpX World, is opportunities to participate in revenue decentralization. So, okay, I think I missed some comments here. Otters will survive. Dude, yeah, we got to figure out, like, no, I guess all the animals are dead on Earth too. But we'll probably need some sort of digital petting zoo. We'll figure out a way to get animals in there. Make sure you follow and subscribe. Oh, hey, Scotch and Soda in the house. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Oh, I need to, hold on. I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to do some sub giveaways. That's a thing. And not like, see, now when I joined Twitch, you can tell I'm a big guy. I'm going to take up a lot of space on the ship. But when I heard sub giveaway, I got so excited. I was like, dude, this streamer is giving away sandwiches. Best day ever. And then it's like, you want a sub? And I'm like, what? Oh, I'm so hungry. I would love a sub right now. And then it's just like, oh, what? I get extra emojis for a week? Like, what the? Anyway. Oh, you did one? Oh, see, now I feel bad because I got to figure out where I have my Twitch stuff, my Twitch stream manager, I think. Let's see here. Welcome to the chat. Oh, okay. Oh, I think I had to have it running, so it doesn't tell me. Oh, there it goes. You gave out one community sub this minute. How do I? Does it say who? $0 foot long moon unit. All right. So now I got to figure out if I go gift sub to be number one. Cheers. Gift sub. Gift subscriptions. All right. Let's see here. We're going to do Scotch and Soda NFT. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see if I could do this. Oh, this is like, yes. PayPal. This is really like my first time doing some of this Twitch stuff. What do you guys think? Do you like Twitch as a medium, as a streaming platform? Do you like it better than YouTube, or I guess it's really, where else can you stream? Or I guess maybe Discord? Complete the purchase. I don't know what's happening there. I might not be able to gift it. I don't know what happened. It froze up. Join tonight, Rob Zilla. Welcome to the party. So just to recap where we are with the boarding here, there is going to be a question in Discord about your living quarters. You will need to select one of, I think we're up to 6 living quarters now. The Galactic Gamer quarters for all of you gaming fanatics. The Crypto Kitty corner for all of you crypto fans. the artist arch for any of you artistically inclined talents. Then, we got, I already messed it up. Botanical Bay. Oh, Botany Bay. That's what it was. Botany Bay. Ooh, so good, Moon Unit. So good. So we got Botany Bay if you have a green thumb. And then we also have Social Center if you are just a social butterfly and you just like to chat and mingle and hang out and nothing really else specific. Cool. Join the Social Center. And then finally, the Anti-Social Center. If you're not really anything, you're just kind of just hanging out, just social, keeping to yourself, and that's how you want your trip to be, maybe snuggle with a good book, whatever, that's cool. We don't judge. Anti-Social Center might be the place for you. Keep in mind, these are strictly for fun, role-playing. We might add some Discord channels for fun to kind of extend it out a little bit, and maybe you could talk to other people who have had the same selection. That might be kind of fun. In fact, I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let's just add, I'm going to add a role for those 5. And then you can pick your quarter, and then maybe we'll have a little chat. What do you guys think? Is that too much? You guys are going to have to keep me honest because I get crazy ideas. Do you think, do we need to have separate channels for all the quarter? Nah, I think, is that too much? What do you think? Man, 20. Oh, now we're down to 19. You guys are killing me. All right. Well, then we're not going to do that. We're just have the survey. Look for the survey. I'll tag everybody. That'll be your onboarding call. All right. So that is that. Are there any questions before we go? Before I close out the show? And I go figure out how to gift some subs? I need to do that. Twitch is better than... Good to know. Thank you. Oh, yeah. I forgot I can do that. I forgot I can, like, pop people out on the chat. All right. Well, cool. Botany Bayer. Wedge Cloud is going to be a Botany Bayer for sure. All right. Well, and you know what though? And for those 7 people who left early, what do you guys think? Should we do a secret bounty? You guys want a secret bounty just for you guys? I think so. So, secret Twitch bounty for those 19 people viewing live now. Backgrounds. So like this janky background here. Let's do backgrounds for the different quarters, the different living quarters, because then maybe I'll take an AMA from each quarter and just kind of run with that. So secret bounty, whatever number we're up to, 8. What can we do? Like $20. We'll do $20 a background. 4 backgrounds, $80 total. But you don't have to try for all of them or however many. I guess is that 6? Gamer, crypto, art, botany, social, antisocial, 6. All right. So there'll be 6 $20 prizes. There's 19 of you. Let's be honest, there's probably like 5 of you that are going to take most of this, but that's okay. Does that sound good? I'll put it up. I'll put it up in the secret thing. If you were part of this, if you're listening to this, you can tell your friend. You can get a friend to do it. Just you submit it, and then you get the money or whatever, however you want to do it. You can tell a friend about the secret bounty that you have to know about by watching this. So I guess that's more than 19 because I guess anybody can watch this later. I guess that's fine. You guys better hurry up. I guess you guys get a head start. I guess the 19 here technically just get a head start from whoever watches this after the fact. So botany was your idea, Wedge. You should definitely do it. Wedge, get on that. Wedge, are you an artist? Make it happen. I want to see some crazy Botany Bay for the win. Like, boom. Yeah. I feel like this is actually going to be more of a thing than I want it to be, but it might work because one of the other things I haven't really said was that when we land, one of the things we're going to create is what we're calling a purgatorium. And that's essentially the dorms that we're going to make out of the scraps of the ship when we crash on UpX World. And so those are going to be kind of janky. But if we have these existing quarters, living quarters that have existing themes, then when we crash and we build the purgatorium, then the purgatorium can have some 5 basic themes, 6 basic themes to it. And there'll be like, we'll have like the good version, which will be like the backgrounds that we're making now. But then obviously after we crash, it'll be a little bit janky. Maybe there'll be some frayed wires, like the paint will be peeling off a little bit. Everything will be a little bit janky. So, but then we could keep that theme of the six different quarters. We'll see. Because who knows? Maybe everybody's just going to go to Botany Bay and we'll just have a floating vine-covered green mother tree earth vessel. If everybody's just like, dude, we just want Botany Bay. Like, that's it. Like, let's go. All right, cool. Well, that's going to do it for tonight. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Keep your eye on Discord for that drop. It's going to be open for 7 days to board, or when we reach 817 X-Landers. That is our max capacity of the Genesis vessel is 817. So, yep, better get on that. All right. Well, that's all for me. Thank you, everybody, for turning. Holy cow! I almost got through without having my dyslexia ruin everything, but here we are. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. We will be back next time. We have an AMA is tomorrow, same time, 5 p.m. Central. So if you have any questions, until then, cheers.